Bitcoin just hit a higher high. It went to a new recent high that we have not seen since mid to late August, so almost a month. We also have Tether doing something weird. They actually just burned $4 billion in 15 minutes. This is after they've printed a lot of money recently. Let's talk about why that is. Gold's hitting new all-time highs. We have another crypto asset that's hitting all-time highs. Binance making news, and US and the UK to announce another crypto deal. Let's talk about all this. If you don't mind, hit subscribe so you can see future videos just like this one as soon as they're released. We're in the kind of quiet period. Sure, there's some noise, but it's not like there are new interesting things happening every few hours, but we will get to that time period where cryptos are moving viciously, and you don't want to miss anything, to be clear. So turn on the bell notification. We're getting closer and closer to Bitcoin breaking to new all-time highs again, so you want to be notified. If you want to trade crypto, check out BYDeFi underneath the video. This is where I've been doing my trades for the last 2 or 3 months, and I've really loved it. You can see here they have a special deposit bonus. You can get up to $2,000 bonus. This goes on for another week. And they have huge withdrawal limits. So unlike other exchanges that limit you to like $5,000, I've seen that a lot recently, they don't do that. Apparently I just got logged out, but they don't do that. They have a $1.5 million limit, and I'm pretty sure you could even get that raised if you really need it. So, in case you are a whale, you can check this out underneath the video. No KYC, you don't need a VPN. You can start leverage trading now. As we can see, Bitcoin breaking to new highs. 2 days ago we set a new local high, but we actually had a down day overall. And then 2 days before that, we had a green day and we set a new high then. Now we are seeing a green day and we're almost at $117,000. We have not seen that since August 23rd. I was very bullish during this time. If you caught it at the beginning of the video, I'm up like 55% on a trade that I opened at 108.3. When everyone else was bearish, I was saying, hey, it looks like we're flipping this previous resistance into support. There's really no bad news in the market. The Fed's about to cut rates. And yeah, we've moved up a decent amount since then. So Bitcoin's looking good. We are seeing some liquidations today, although it's pretty even across the board between longs and shorts. Ethereum has come down slightly just over the last day or two. It's down at 4,500. Now, we do have the Fed rate cut tomorrow. That's what everyone will be watching, and the dot plot and how dovish or hawkish Jerome Powell is, so I'm not going to hit on that anymore. I want to get to the news. US and UK to announce a new crypto cooperation deal. I don't really know what this would imply. I don't know what kind of cooperation they need. So let's look at what Grok says. Potentially bullish for crypto. UK groups are pushing for blockchain inclusion in the US-UK Tech Pact, which could harmonize regulations, boost stablecoin tokenization, and enhance adoption. So maybe some kind of joint venture on how they want to regulate. At this point, it's even harder to work in the UK than the US from everything I've heard. I've worked with companies that said you need to exclude UK viewers from your videos if you want to work with us because they have such strict regulation. For a while, I think one of my friends was actually worried that they weren't going to be able to even allow people to talk about crypto, like nothing about crypto in videos, or you would get in trouble. So hopefully their regulation is similar. Hopefully these companies can, create a stablecoin that's compliant in both areas or both countries. Binance supposedly is nearing a deal to escape compliance monitor imposed by the DOJ. If you remember, I want to say they got a pretty big fine, and then CZ had to step down as a CEO. I believe he's still the owner, but it's hard to tell exactly what owns Binance at this point. But I believe CZ is still the majority owner. Binance obviously is the biggest exchange in the world. So even though they do some weird stuff, some trading manipulation and everything, I'd say overall they have gotten a lot of people into crypto, and a lot of people do like using their platform, although, it's not exactly accessible in a lot of areas. And I prefer some of these other exchanges that I work with. BNB reaches a new all-time high on this news, going from like 936 up to 950 in a very short period of time. Binance coin doing really well. Well, now at all-time highs, but close to $1,000. Gold also hitting new all-time highs, $3,700. I believe last time I looked, the traditional markets were about even for the day. If they close positive, though, they're hitting new all-time highs as well. Everything is hitting new all-time highs because money is going to be printed. We have more and more money printed every single day, it seems. And with lower interest rates coming, we could see more and more businesses take on debt, continue to grow the economy, and we'll continue to see the M2 money supply go up as well. Speaking about money being printed, another $1 billion minted at the Tether Treasury. We've seen this a lot over the last 2 days. We've seen somewhere around $4 billion printed. And just in the last couple hours, over a 15-minute time period, we saw 4 billion USDT burned. Ted says either someone big is exiting the market, or this amount will be issued on another chain. Keep an eye on it. There are various reasons why USDT is minted or printed. Obviously, it's because of people getting into USDT or leaving USDT, but people think about it a different way. Some people love when USDT goes up because it signifies that there's more money flowing into crypto. However, you could also make the case that someone's selling something in crypto to go into USDT. So it's kind of like the off-ramp and on-ramp into crypto, but it's hard to determine which it is at any one time. So someone could have just bought a lot of crypto too, or someone could have sold and gone into USDT. They could also be moving it to a different chain, like Ted says. We'll have to continue to monitor this, but this is odd activity. They don't often have $4 billion transactions. A lot of the time they'll have 1 billion, right? We might have $1 billion minted or $1 billion burned. USDC usually does $250 million increments. But yeah, this is a bit odd. Keep in mind, it's not super concerning by any means. You look at Tether, it's a $171 billion market cap. So we're talking about basically 2.5% of their overall supply. If this continues, though, we'll have to monitor it. But right now, Tether's pegged perfectly. Crypto's looking good, like I said. Let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. Do you think we see a big push up ahead of the Fed decision tomorrow? I think it's going to be business as usual, to be clear. But a lot of people will be looking at exactly how Powell approaches forward rate cuts, how he's viewing the market right now. A lot of the rate cuts have started to get priced in as well, because right now the analysts are expecting rate cuts for several meetings in a row. I think it's actually like the rest of the year they're expecting rate cuts at every single meeting. Let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. I really do appreciate it. Check out the link to BYDeFi underneath to start trading today, and I'll see you in the next.